So welcome back. Now we want to model the chair, so we jump right into it. Now the first thing to look out for when modeling objects is you ask yourself some questions. What are the basic primitive shapes that you could start off with and later modify to get your object? For instance, with our chair, what are those basic shapes that we can start off with? In this chair, do you see a cylinder? Do you see a box? Another important question to ask is the object symmetrical? Can we divide the object in two or in half and let one half of it be a mirror reflection of the other half? If that's the case, then it will be easy to model half of it, then use the mirror to get the other half, then we join that together at the center. So these are some things that it's quite good to watch out for modeling complex objects. Look at those primitive shapes that you could use. For instance, with the chair handle here, I'm seeing something symmetrical here. So with this, I could make a cylinder here and get a box down here, or even extrude one part of the cylinder to get this other side, then work on this curvature here. Okay, when I'm done with this is a mirror image of this. Okay, so I don't have to model that again on the other side. I just need to keep this one and model one half of this or half of this guy here, then we're done. Okay, so to start off, let's make a cylinder. Now viewport. Okay, then we're gonna flip this guy and take this. I'll hold down J on my keyboard, J for joy, to snap my rotation to angles of 10. Okay, I could put that on one side. In here, I could turn on some divisions in the cap. Okay, not too much. So we'll start off with some basic, some simple divisions. Also in height, and add some on axis too. We'll do that to like 24, but 20 is good. Okay, so we'll have this. At the end of the day, we have to chamfer the edges so that it's not that sharp. Okay, then you notice how the chair is. Okay, of course, when modeling, you could look at references you could find online. Okay, when you check out references online, you could see or have a mirror image in your mind of what you want to model. So we could check stuff online. For instance, we could have an old sofa. Let me bring up my browser here. I can just type old sofa in Google, and I'm having this. I think this is a good reference. So basically, references can help you know what exactly you want to model. Okay, if you need an aid getting a visual picture of what you need to model. So as you can see here, this is basically a cylinder with some kind of extrusion down here and with other modifications. So what you can do here is basically you could go down to these faces and pick or select some faces here. Right, you could select these faces. Or at best, before doing that, pull down the heights of division I have. Let's just have something straight here and pick some few faces here. Pick these three. Okay, and we could use extrude tool. Now this is where those tools we learned in our previous lessons come in handy. We need to extrude this. Okay, and we could go this way if you want, or we could just change this direction here to just take it down straight for us. Right, so this is our axis, world or local, remember. So we extruded that one down here and go down to object mode. We have this. Okay, so if we still want to make this flat, we pick all those faces back again and use our scale to scale it all the way in, and we have something flat here. Definitely this is not how our sofa is. There's a curvature down here, but with this you get a hang of it. Right, could add more subdivisions here and move them inwards gradually, then we'll have that curvature that goes down here. So what we can do here is to select these edges here. I'll hold and shift right mouse button, go down to connect components. I'll use my connect tool, so I could add more subdivisions to that. Add about 3. Yeah, I think 3 is good. It's okay. Then here, instead of scaling this, that will bring in this curvature here. I want this side to be straight. Just need to pull these ones in. Could grab this. Just grab these ones and put them in. Them in what's here. Grab these. And that's going to pull them inwards. Grab it inwards. And gonna grab these guys here and pull them inwards. Be careful not to do this, okay? Because when you do this, you are invariably inserting the face in another face and you might be confused. But although even if we do this, there's an easy fix with our sculpt. We could just smooth out the face, then we'll have a holding it back. But let's be careful about that and just moving this one inwards. Okay, so with this, we could need to make some things here. It becomes easy moving that guy and just moving the rest of it like that. Okay, now like I mentioned, we could smoothen out this guy. Go to the sculpting tools, and under this, I want to use smooth the surface of a mesh. Just smoothing that guy out, and that will help me resolve those conflict there. But I won't do that now until I'm done with this model. I will start to fix all of that with what I have in my sculpting shelf. All right, so for now you could make use of this, move them inwards, and you have the curvature of the sofa here, the handle of the sofa here. Okay, so you have that, and we start adding more details to this. Okay, how many details to this? So another way we could do this, just scale these lines in and move them to be straight. Somehow it won't be perfectly straight because of the reference that you're looking at of the model. It won't be too straight. So you can play with this anyhow you want to play with it and still get your object. Okay, so we'll move on to refining this in our next lesson. I don't want to make this lesson more than 8 minutes long. So continuing where we left off, so yeah, we have this curvature here now. So what we can do is could pull this one back too, could pick all of this and put it a little back so it has a small alignment with that curvature there. Then if all of this is giving us problem, what we'll do for now is we could just pick all the vertices there. We could pick this and we know that it's in line with this. Double click on this one here, it picks all that loop of edges, and we could scale them straight, you know, or we could just delete them for now. Control delete to take them out for now. Okay, we could repeat the same thing for this one too and move these ones back the way they are, that there, and we'll have that. Okay, so what we can do is I could take out this and move the rest back this way and take out this one too, move it back, take out this one and move it back. Okay, I'll repeat the same thing for this. Double click on this, have this entire thing, could take this, I could leave that one there, I could deselect this one, move this guy back, and I'm thinking okay, we select this one here just for being meticulous, and I have this. Okay, so if we turn off one shaded, you will see our shape. We're not getting some kind of form on our shape. Okay, of course at this point you have to still go back and look at our reference and look at how the chair is and get that thing when it's done. All right. For instance, I'm having a curvature, nice curvature here, and then this is just straight. So what we mean is pick this more and put that guy this way. We could rotate that guy along and pick this, move it in, and pick this, move it in, pick this to move it in to get this curvature here. Then I'll definitely grab this guy and move it out here. Okay, so this kind of progression, keep making or adding details to our work. We are somehow close to this. If not that, we could also grow this and scale it down a bit more, a bit to the side, and maybe we could grab this and move it down. These two and move down to get that. So of course we are having a 5-sided face here. This is not a quad. We need to add one more loop around the one we removed earlier to get that. So I'll click on this, hold and shift to click on the adjacent one to select a ring, then shift right mouse button connect component. I have that. So I will also need to connect the vertices there. So the vertices, click on this and this, and in our modern toolkit we could have, if you use multi-cut, okay, and we could also use connect component there, and it's done. So we just connect component, it's done here. So we'll have that here for us. Okay, so we'll keep adding more details to it. Like we need to chamfer the edges here to give us a smooth rounded form. We'll scale down the end of this with our soft selection tool. For instance, if I have multiple faces here, picture, I could hit my B key and reduce this brush size and scale this guy down. Okay, so it doesn't scale up to this point, and modify this. All right, so these are the things I will keep doing. Remember, we got this from a cylinder and a box. In essence, we just extruded one part of the cylinder to get a box. Then we modify the shape to give us how this handle is. So with this technique, modeling becomes easy.